Tonight we begin with the confusion that continues to reign over the realization of the predicted El Nino in the country. The heavy rains had been expected to start mid-October in the country, but the performance of the said rains remains erratic. President William Ruto's pronouncement on Sunday that the anticipated El Nino is unlikely to materialize now throws into a spin elaborate plans that had been put in place to mitigate the impact of the rains. And as Brenda Wanga now reports, the weatherman's forecast for this week falls shy of pronouncing itself on the intensity of the rains.
The weatherman's prediction of El Nino rains across the country by the third week of October is slow on coming true. Indeed, according to the head of state, that prediction will not be coming to pass.
Mungu ni nani? Mmesikia wale watu wamesema tena ile El Nino haitakuweko, wamesema kutakuwa tu na mvua kubwa lakini haitafika pale ya kuharibu.
A 7-day forecast for the week beginning 23rd October from the Meteorological Department appears to back the president's assertions. The Met Department's scaled-down statement reflects on the rain as well, with the expected rainfall failing to rise to the El Nino standards. The weatherman says the rains expected in the next 7 days will be occasional in a few places, with the possibility of spreading to other places. This is a stark departure from the department's forecast in August.
During the October, November, December 2023, it is expected that most parts of the country will experience enhanced, that is above average rainfall that will be fairly distributed in some parts of the country and well distributed in others.
In light of this warning, then, the National Emergency Response Committee was convened, bringing together the national and county governments as well as representation from key ministries and non-governmental stakeholders and chaired by the Deputy President.
We are not preparing to respond to the El Nino expected disaster. Rather, we are consolidating and refining coordination strategy for mitigation. Unlike the past, we are saving lives and livelihoods before tragedy strikes.
Even at this early stage of response to the anticipated rains, then, the cost implications of the plans were on the table.
Out of the 23 counties that we already have an estimation of about 8 billion shillings. You can imagine by the time the others come, we'll probably be at 15 billion shillings that will be required to fund this El Nino preparedness and response activities.
Mobilization of the funds for this purpose was set to rope in resources from the county and national governments, with some suggesting that the donor community be called upon to assist. Indeed, counties had already started to prepare for the rains, from clearing of drainages to the planned relocation of residents of flood and landslide-prone areas to safer ground and everything in between, including marine transport for the city.
Part of what you're planning, even as a department, to procure within the next week or so, a couple of weeks, actually inflatable boats and at least some motorboats to be able to allow us to access flooded areas.
But just like the government's walk back on the predictions, the Nairobi County is also changing tune on some of the planned intervention.
No, I mean, if you look at our items budget, I don't know where that came from. There's no such thing as boats. You know, Nairobi, there are no rivers. Of course, there's a time when people needed to be evacuated, and some were gotten from City Park, you know, when children were stuck for a whole night. And when such happens, you can always hire or get from, not City Park, Uhuru Park.
However, the county says its mitigation programs are still on course and will continue beyond the rainy season.
We've not received a shilling from national government or from any other entity for El Nino or whatnot. It's just the normal work that any respectable city must continuously engage in.
The AACC had earlier rang the warning bells for counties as they prepared to spend funds on the mitigation of the El Nino impact. The month of October draws to an end with no sight of the projected El Nino rains, at least within the capital city. Many will be keenly watching the coming few weeks to see whether the weatherman got his predictions right or wrong as far as the El Nino rains are concerned. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV, Nairobi.